Hey everyone, welcome back to A Wall Street Minute. So, for any investment to be worth your time, it has to make you more money than the safest type of investment out there for you to be able to make it worthwhile to take the risk. So what's the safest investment out there? It's something called a government bond. So how do we make sure that your investment returns more money than a government bond? Well, let's get right to it. Alright, so remember, last time we looked at how much cash a company has, what their cash flow looks like, and whether or not they have an affordable amount of debt. Now we did this to figure out whether a company is safe to invest in. We also learned some new terms like principal and interest. If you want to review that video, just click right here. Today we're going to try and figure out whether the company we're looking at is worth investing in, because you don't want your investment to just be safe. You want to make that money. So, if we wanted to just be safe, we would invest in something called a government bond. So a government bond is an investment where the government uses us, the people, as a bank. So for example, you can invest in a $1,000 10-year government bond.
But why?
Well, so that they can use the $1,000 to build stuff like schools, roads, bridges, maybe line a few pockets. I don't know.
But why?
Well, because the government promises to pay us an interest rate. So for example, let's say they pay 5%. That means on $1,000, we'll get $50 every single year for the next 10 years.
I'm rich!
Well, not exactly. So just like when a bank loans a business money and the business has to pay back the original principal at the end of the loan, the government also has to pay us back our original $1,000 at the end of the 10 years. And the reason this is considered safe is because the federal government isn't really going anywhere. So it's safe to say that they will pay you back, because the government would never go, that's right, bankrupt. Oh no!
Oh no! Oh no! Oh yeah!
No, guys, I said they wouldn't go bankrupt. You guys didn't have to do that.
Oh, okay. Oh, thank God.
Phew.
But what if it did?
The unemployment rate would rise and huge amounts of uncertainty would take center stage. Public service disruption. There would be no money to pay salaries or benefits for federal or military personnel and retirees, Social Security recipients, Medicare bills, student loans, tax refunds, and payments to keep government facilities open. The result would create a great deal of disruption and unrest across the American public.
Hey, that was kind of scary. Yeah, it was.
Okay, yeah, so what scenario was that exactly?
Oh, that was, if we went, that's right, bankrupt. Oh no!
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh yeah!
Guys, relax. We'll never go bankrupt, because the US government can print as much money as they need to pay us all back.
Oh, that's good news. Oh, thank God.
Ah, phew. Hey, wait a minute. If you just make more of something, doesn't that just mean it's worth less? Which could cause inflation.
Shut it, Mayfeather.
But
We don't talk about Bruno.
who?
Exactly.
What?
Moving on. So if we know the company we chose has the 3 key ingredients, has a large amount of cash, they got good cash flow, and are not running out of cash anytime soon, they can afford their debt if they have any. So now we just got to see if this company, an investment that we're about to make, can make us more money than a boring old government bond. Because if it doesn't, then it's probably not worth it. May as well give your money to the government.
What?
May as well give your money to the government.
What?
May as well give your money to the government.
Okay!
Okay, so for this, we need to know 2 things. How much does a government bond pay, and how much does my potential investment pay? Hey Boo, can you help us figure out how much a bond pays?
Sure thing, Stash. The most common bond we typically compare an investment to is the 10-year Treasury bond. And we can just type in the words 10-year Treasury bond rate in Google and it'll give you the answer. It's 3.97%. This means that for every $100 you let the government borrow, they'll pay you $3.97 every year for the next 10 years. So at the end of 10 years, you'll have made $39.70 in interest by letting the government borrow $100. And if you let them borrow $1,000 today, they'll have given you $1,397 by the end of 10 years. That's $397 in interest and $1,000 in principal.
Okay, so now all we got to do is figure out whether the cash flow that the company generates is higher or lower than 3.97% compared to the price we'd have to pay to buy a piece of the company. Let's say a company is worth $10,000 and it's split up into 100 different shares or stocks. What is a stock? A stock is a piece of ownership in the company. So $10,000 divided by 100 stocks equals $100 per stock. So this means that you can buy one piece of the company for $100. So now we just need to see how much cash flow the company has. Let's say the company makes $1,000 in cash every year. This means it's returning $1,000 compared to the value of the company, which is $10,000. That's 10%. This means that if you buy one stock worth $100, your cut of the cash will be $10 because $10 is 10% of $100. Now remember, if you would let the government borrow $100, they would pay you $3.97. So which one's better? In this case, since the company pays you $10 for every $100 instead of the $3.97 that the government would give you, the company is a better investment. But now, let's say the company only makes $100 cash every year. This means, compared to the $10,000, which is the total value of the company, it's only returning 1%. Compared to the government, which could give you 3.97%. So for every stock that you buy for $100, the company is only making $1. This is a lot lower than what the government could give you. So in this scenario, it's better to give your money to the government.
What?
It's better to give your money to the government.
What?
It's better to give your money to the government.
Okay!
So in this scenario, it'd be better to let the government borrow your money by investing in a 10-year treasury bond. So here's what we learned to analyze an investment in a company. First, you got to look at their cash situation. Then, you got to look at their debt situation. Finally, you got to figure out whether the company can pay you back more money than a traditional, boring, old government bond. Okay, so now that you know how this works, are you curious to know how this works in real life? Yes? Well, stay tuned for more videos where we'll actually put these theories into practice on real companies and real stocks. Until then, remember, this is not financial advice. I'll see you in the Wall Street Minute.